Ever wonder which opponents Katsuki Bakugo could truly dominate? It's no secret that Bakugo lives for a good fight. His Explosion Quirk, combined with an explosive personality, has led to many victories, from triumphs in the UA Sports Festival to clashes with formidable villains. Bakugo is always looking for a challenge, but as he grows, mastering his awakened quirk and embracing a new sense of duty, who stands before him as beatable foes. So let's explore the heroes and villains Bakugo at his peak could realistically defeat. Off we'll be looking at Endgame Bakugo, the version who's honed his skills and matured. This Bakugo is a force to be reckoned with, capable of taking on almost anyone. But even with his immense power, some opponents pose a greater threat than others. Stain, Hero Killer, was a serious threat to Class 1A. While agile and stealthy, Stain's quirk relies on close quarters combat. Bakugo, however, can take the fight to the skies. With ranged attacks and aerial maneuverability, Bakugo avoids Stain's blades and overwhelms him with explosive power. Stain ranks last on this list, easily outmatched by Bakugo's superior range and offensive capabilities. Redestro, the former leader of the Meta Liberation Army, shares Bakugo's trait of growing stronger during battle. However, his stress quirk isn't enough to withstand Bakugo's awakened explosion. And even before awakening, Bakugo stood a chance, but with his full potential unlocked, Redestro stands little chance. Bakugo can maintain distance and wear down Redestro with repeated explosive attacks. Muscular is a tough villain, but his durability doesn't extend to Bakugo's awakened explosion. While Muscular's defeats are somewhat contrived, it doesn't diminish Bakugo's ability to break through his defenses. Bakugo's aerial advantage and ranged firepower overwhelm Muscular, finishing him off with a powerful howitzer impact. Dabi's overwhelming firepower matches Bakugo's, but his lack of durability is a critical weakness. Dabi's quirk destroys him from within, and Bakugo can exploit this vulnerability. And Dabi's self-destructive tendencies will backfire, leaving him vulnerable to a decisive blow. Overhaul is a terrifying villain, but his quirk relies on manipulating the environment. While dangerous on the ground, Bakugo can avoid Overhaul's attacks by staying airborne. From above, Bakugo can unleash his full explosive power and overwhelm. Overhaul. Endeavor, the former one hero, is a formidable opponent. However, Bakugo's awakened explosion gives him the edge. The fight will be rough, but if Bakugo can last long enough and avoid critical mistakes, he can emerge victorious, exploiting Endeavor's tendency to overheat. Captain Celebrity is the most powerful opponent on this list. With his Superman-inspired abilities, he's a force to be reckoned with. This fight will push Bakugo to his absolute limit. But with a bit of luck and perfectly timed attack, Bakugo can overcome the odds and claim victory, perhaps capitalizing on Captain's celebrity, underestimating his explosive power. Um, so there you have it. A ranking of the MHA characters Bakugo can realistically defeat. It just goes to show, even the most explosive heroes have their limits. And a healthy dose of competition. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,